Hello guys and gals, Buffalo here. Since I shot the water jugs with the 50 Beowulf and the 450 Bushmaster, I had several of you ask me to go ahead and shoot them with the 458 SOCOM. And I think that's a great idea. Those are fun videos for me to put together, easy to edit, and a lot, like I say, a lot of fun. So why not? I've already got the other two videos uploaded, so we'll go ahead today and shoot the 458 SOCOM. What I've got here is a 300 grain Nosler Ballistic tip loaded by Underwood ammo. This box is wet. It keeps raining here on and off forever, not just today. It rains on and off all the time here. But anyway, it says 1900 feet per second. I think if I remember correctly, we were getting about 1850 feet per second on average over the chronograph. So moving along pretty good. And when we're shooting that water, we're only about, 7 yards, 6-7 yards away from it. So it's still at that full velocity when it hits. Show you what one of these looks like. Get that to focus. You can see the ballistic tip on it. Now this is a light loading for 458 SOCOM. They generally, you'll find them starting at 300 grains and then going up from there. So kind of a light loading considering the caliber. But I've got some water jugs set up over here. I've got them set up 8 deep, excuse me. So we'll try to get a good centered shot and see if we can catch one of these bullets. Okay guys, so I'm having some issues with my primary camera, so we're just going to jump straight into the slow-mo here. Man, all right, so we had a little pop-up thunderstorm hit just at the same time I made that shot. It started downpouring, so I had to get all the cameras and put them out of the rain and get them in a dry spot. But I haven't moved anything here on the table. It's still exactly the way it was, even though it's been a few minutes ago. You guys may can still hear some of that thunder on this microphone. I don't know if it picks it up or not, but it's still thundering. But anyway, we're over here at the table. A few minutes has passed, so you don't see any water dripping off or anything. But we made it through 1, 2, there's a piece of jacket right there laying on the table. And 3, our bullet is in the 3rd jug. So we made it into the 3rd jug. It did nick the 4th jug where it came to a stop here at the back of the 3rd jug, but you can see it's still full of water. It's just a small nick there. So let's get this bullet out. Oh, this bullet has really came apart on us. Another piece of jacket. Most of the jacket. And here's the lid from the bullet. So that bullet came completely apart and went 3 water jugs deep. Okay, just real quick for comparison's sake, this is the 450 Bushmaster, 50 Beowulf, or 12.7 by 42, 458 SOCOM over here. This is the one we just shot today. This is a 250 grain Hornady FTX. This is a 350 grain Hornady XTP hollow point. And this is a 300 grain Nosler Ballistic tip. Both of these were loaded by Underwood ammunition, and this is loaded by Hornady. You can see with the 450 Bushmaster round, the jacket did separate, though it stayed intact. It did separate. This is the lid. With the 50 Beowulf, everything stayed together. The jacket stayed with the lid. Massive expansion. Worked perfectly. That's beautiful. with the 458 SOCOM, we see we got just shrapnel. That bullet just came apart when it hit. The jacket separated and then separated itself into fragments. And the lead, what I could find of it here, separated and splattered out. And this is all, it all depends on what you want from your bullet. And we're not comparing, I want to be clear, I'm not comparing 458 versus 50 versus 450. We're only comparing the bullet types. And we're comparing them in water, so keep that in mind. This does not represent how these bullets would perform in bone and tissue, say on game animals or whatever. We're just shooting water, and we're shooting at very close range. These bullets are still carrying their full velocity when they hit. So it's an unreasonable test. This test is for when comparing it to field use. But we can compare the rounds to each other because we shot them all from the same distance in the same manner into these water jugs. So we can just compare the bullets to each other. What you draw from that is, you know, that's your own thinking. But remember, we're comparing bullet types, not necessarily calibers. You can get stronger bullets. You can get hard cast bullets for any of these and get extremely deep penetration. It's more about bullet type than it is caliber here. All of these calibers run close to the same velocity, somewhere between 1800 and 2200 feet per second. The 450 Bushmaster was the fastest. It's just one bullet type. So I just want to make that clear. I didn't want somebody to think, well, all 458 SOCOMs are going to shrapnel like that. That's not the case. This is actually a very light bullet. 300 grain is a very light bullet for the 458 SOCOM. Most people that load for that load a heavier bullet. And its real shining point is with a suppressor. So most people load a 400 or 500 grain bullet and they lower it to subsonic levels where you can get that, you lose that sonic crack when you're shooting it from a suppressor. That's where the 458 really shines, in my opinion. So you wouldn't get this with that type of a loading. But this is fun to do. I had a lot of fun doing it, and it's you know, it's an easy video for me to put together, shooting these water jugs like that. So if it's easy to do and it's fun to do, why not, right? So that's all I really got for today. I want to thank my patrons. Without you guys, of course, I couldn't keep doing these videos. You guys are the ones buying me the ammunition. I don't have any ammo sponsors or anything like that. And I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers. Appreciate you guys a bunch. Getting close to 50,000 subscribers again. I got close back in the spring. I was at 49,000 and something back around May. And then YouTube did that thing where they went through and they said they deleted all the accounts that weren't being used or whatever. So now I'm just now getting back up to where I'm almost at 50 again. Who knows, maybe this time I'll hit it. But that's all thanks to you guys. Gun channels are really hard to discover now. So I need you guys sharing my videos so that other people see them other than just what are subscribed to my channel. So that's all I got, and I'll talk with you guys again soon.